What has been happening with you? You've been very, very busy.
Life has been very, very busy. Gosh, since the last time we spoke, well, I'm here in Australia for a web series. So this year I'm focusing a lot more on building my long form content on my YouTube because I have, a decent fan base there, and I have always, I'm a storyteller. I've always loved telling stories, and I've predominantly tried doing a lot more long form content for other streamers, like pitching stories to them and focusing on like making film and TV. But I think I do have this like platform called YouTube that I have quite a number of fans on. So I'm like, why don't I just cater to them and make the content that I want?
Yeah.
So,
And since last time we spoke, you've had such a boom, and it's amazing, just watching you just accelerate through just making more movies and more content creating. And your film, Five Blind Dates, which is on Amazon, is that correct?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, since we last spoke, you were looking at doing a little bit more in movies, but have you got anything up and coming? Like what have you got going on at the moment?
So there's actually, since we last spoke, I had a movie come out on Tubi.
Wow.
Actually, it was a independent film that we screened at a number of film festivals. We actually won Audience Award at Cinequest. It's a cute little rom-com, sci-fi rom-com called Future Date, and yeah, and then they distributed it, or they got distribution on Tubi, which is good because it's free to watch for anyone. Just have to watch a few ads in between. Um, but it's that's out, and then I have two more movies. One is a full-on comedy that's screening at the Winton Film Festival. It's called Dunny Derby. It's
Wow.
about the Dunny Derby races over there. It's really cute. It's a really cute story. And one's a horror. First time I've ever done horror. Really
Really?
exciting.
Are you a fan of the horror genre?
Mm, I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I think it's like a great genre for storytelling actually, because you can be quite abstract with it. You can actually get very creative. It's not easy to make a good horror. But horror is one of those genres that transcends culture and countries and languages.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's interesting. Like when I watch acting, like some of the scenes, like especially like I've heard of I can forget the actress's name, but she can cry on command. But how do you prepare yourself for a scene that's going to require you to show a lot of emotion? Like how do you prepare yourself for that?
it's like different every time.
Yeah.
I think it depends on what I'm going through at the time. And there's always, when you get to a certain age, I think you experience trauma in your life, and sometimes it's probably not the healthiest way, but you have to kind of, well, I do, everyone's different, but I like relive that trauma a little bit. Um,
Yeah.
it's not healthy for my body. So my body thinks I'm going through some trauma.
Yeah.
Um, so I think about those things. Sometimes I have to think about like someone I love dying.
Really? Yeah. So that's kind of how you anchor yourself into the moment. Like you kind of bring yourself into that emotion because you're referring to past experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What ifs a lot.
Mm.
And I honestly try to think about the situation at hand. So it depends on my character and what my character's going through. And then I will put like a circumstance into that character that's similar to what she's going through, so that I can feel like at least like common emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. What would you say has been the most valuable lesson you've learned throughout your career in acting?
Most valuable lesson. Less is more. Hmm.
Less is more. So what do you mean by less is more?
Uh, um, it's just like sometimes when you're in front of the camera, you're very aware of the camera and instead sometimes you think you need to perform, which is very YouTube acting or online acting, like TikTok acting. It's very, you have to make it obvious what
Yeah.
you're expressing. I mean, it depends on the genre as well, but I have a younger audience, and so what they like to see is very like Mr. Bean expressive emotion. So if I'm like, I'm really sad,
Yeah.
you have to express what you're feeling, but with acting, you're never really expressing what you're feeling.
Yes.
As
Yeah.
in, you got to have internal thoughts, and then your expression is based on what you're actually thinking, and you're not doing too much. Like we're just having a conversation right now, and that's just how acting should be. You're just there's no camera.
Mm.
Acting is best when you're just being and you're existing, and there just happens to be a camera capturing all of that. I mean, there's technicalities of knowing like where the camera is and you're
Yeah.
not moving too much.
Yeah.
There's like definitely there's some practical elements you need to know about acting, but it's all about like just feeling it and thinking it,
Mm.
and not like overdoing it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like Australian cinema has really stepped up a notch, hasn't it? Like it's becoming a lot more mainstream. Like I was listening to these two guys from Australia who had just recently wrote a script for a horror movie. And they're doing exceptionally well. I don't know if you know the two individuals' names. I think the movie's called Back to Me or something like that. It's a horror movie. Yeah,
Bring her back.
that's the one.
Filippo.
Yeah,
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 YouTubers.
yeah, yes, yeah. But yeah, they're pretty amazing. Like it's a very unique kind of story that they've put together. But like, and you mentioned on the podcast last time, like some of your ideas that you bring forth with your content creating, you're thinking about it all the time, aren't you? Like, nonstop. Like it's content creating 24/7. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Wow. Yeah. So, with regards to acting, so what would be one strength or trait that you think is essential with acting?
One trait, like a personality trait, something that an actor should have.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, the days, I guess I can imagine, are very long. They're very arduous. What do you think is probably the main thing when you're on set?
On set. Okay,
Yeah.
that's different. I
Yeah.
feel like that's two different questions.
Yeah.
On set, an actor on set, the quality is an actor on set and the quality is an actor in general, I think are two things. When you're an actor on set, I think it's important to be really kind, because I think general actors on set stereotypically don't have the best reputation because they might be seen as a drama queen or whatever. And like, even though that's not intentional, but like maybe like one thing I always am a little bit mm, like quirky on is my eating, because I fast, so I don't always have breakfast first thing in the morning. So when we were just filming recently, um, the breakfast the crew call was 6:30 for breakfast,
Mm.
whereas I don't usually eat till like 10 or 11. And so I couldn't eat breakfast that early, but my breakfast would always go cold and I wouldn't eat it. And then I'd get like hangry at 10 because I haven't eaten.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to get breakfast sent over to me, and someone would always be scrambling trying to find where I left my breakfast. So then I had to like request for the breakfast to be delivered to me at 10 a.m. and not at 6:30 with everyone else.
Mhm.
So that's like a demand that sometimes actors have, because when you're on set, it is different. You can't live like a normal person. You can't just go to the fridge and grab whatever food. You have to be literally sitting on set, and they need you at any point in time. You have to be ready and available. You have to be thinking about your lines. There's so much you need to prepare for
Yeah.
that you actually don't have like a lot of the normal just the structure, like structure of anyone else on set.
Mm.
So sometimes that's why actors get treated like with very special care, because we can't just like walk out. They need to know where we are at all times. Like even when I have to go to the bathroom, someone accompanies me. When like if I want something, water, food, they bring it to me instead of me going to get it.
Getting it.
Because what if I'm like, oh, they need me immediately and I'm not there? So yeah, there's just like, I don't know. Because you are kind of treated really well and you get special treatment, it can be really easy to just like take advantage of that.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important to be kind on everyone else there, because everyone's doing their best to make you look good as the actor and give you everything you need. But sometimes I think that crew maybe don't get treated maybe as well as they should. So
Yeah.
I always like to be really kind to crew. Just one thing, like one simple thing. But what was the other thing? Oh, like as an actor, I think, yeah, you just need to have like this unwavering belief in yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
But also, like I think actually above and beyond that, I think you need to have like real curiosity for people and real interest for storytelling. Um, but curiosity in people is the most important because when you're an actor, acting is listening. You're just listening, absorbing, and reacting to the other person. So you have to have like a real interest for not only who your character is or who the other people are to really, I think, what they do the job well, like
Yes.
really authentically
Yeah.
and for a long period of time.
Yeah. And you gave me some really good feedback last time when we were talking on the podcast, just consistency and just repetition. And my cousin, he's a high performance entrepreneur. And the reason why he's so successful and he's such a good speaker and he's just acquired his seventh business, plus also managing 7 kids. He has 7 kids, which is insane, because he's done tens of thousands of hours of it. You will start to feel more comfortable. And I mean, I could imagine for you when you first started acting, you would have been very, very anxious and very apprehensive and what could go wrong. And, now you're very comfortable in front of the camera. It's just like you've done tens of thousands of hours. Like that would be also just repetition. Yeah. That would be a key trait. It's just consistency. Yeah.
It's funny, even though my skits are very heightened and it's very online TikTok acting, I feel like my comedy has gotten better since
Mm,
doing it.
yep.
Yeah, just even always directing myself and watching myself and editing myself, you just see things. Yeah, I recommend all actors should like film themselves and just watch themselves over and over and over.
Did you ever, when you were initially in front of the camera, were you very like cringe? Like, because like podcasting, for example, like I really enjoy this, but I never used to be the one to be behind the camera. I didn't like it. I didn't like listening to my own voice. Like, did you have that same sort of feeling about yourself?
Yeah, for sure. I was a
Yeah,
terrible actor when I first started. Oh, if I go back to my old self, I'm like, thank God.
yeah,
Say the lines, woman. Stop being weird.
yeah. So when you film a scene and you have to perform your lines, like, are you remembering like a large dialect of the script, or is it just little parts of it that you say, then cut, and you'll do another part? Like, how does it work?
Oh no, you learned the whole scene for the day.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. You have to learn all your lines for the day.
The
That's
whole
like
thing?
the most important
Oh
part.
my gosh.
Because as an actor, if you don't know your lines, you can't play. Because then you're in your head about the lines and you can't actually perform. When I'm in it, that's usually when I lose my lines. When I'm really in it emotionally and if I'm connected emotionally, that's often when I get my lines wrong. Because I just kind of say what comes out. I roughly know what I'm saying. Like I roughly know whatever is happening. But sometimes I'll like drop a line or I'll replace a line. But just because my brain is not thinking about the lines. So that's why you have to know your lines really well. So they just come out
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
can just stay in the emotion.
Yes. What's one piece of advice you would give to someone starting out in your industry?
Patience.
Yeah.
Don't try to be number one on the call sheet on day one. Just know that it'll come and just keep working on your craft.
Yes. And how has your values changed as you've gotten older, especially with you got so much going on your plate?
My values. Gosh. Don't know if they have. I feel I have definitely less like tolerance and patience for BS. Just less times you're just like I don't care as much about my clothes. Oh, like the superficial stuff. I think
Mm,
as I've gotten older, I care less and less about it. When I was younger, and especially when I was in finance and making money, and you're going out every weekend with your friends, you care about what you're wearing, your makeup, your clothes, and your hair and your shoes. I used to wear heels every weekend, and I just cared so much about what I want. I would spend hours a day getting ready to go out. And now that I think back, like those hours could have been spent on something far
yeah.
more productive.
Mm,
Now I just Look at me, just wear the same thing every time. My red, wear Asian hoodie. That's like a no-brainer. Just
Yeah.
whenever I'm doing anything social media related, that's just what I wear. That's like my uniform.
Yeah.
And then I just change pants or skirt, whatever at the bottom to match. I have a wardrobe and closet full of clothes and shoes, but I just keep wearing the same thing, like
Yeah.
the same section, washing the same
Yeah.
thing. I will very rarely venture out of clothing because I don't even go out that much anymore because I'm like too busy.
Yeah.
I'll only go out for special occasions.
Mm.
Like I don't even remember the last time like I caught up with a friend just to catch up with a friend.
Yeah. I've learned that minimalism is the way to go.
I know, I see your
Yeah.
face and it is so minimal. I'm
Yeah.
impressed.
Yeah. Like the less shit you have, the better. Because like I've moved like multiple times, and then each time I move, I'm taking less and less. I'm like, this is so easier.
Yeah.
This is so much easier.
Half the stuff.
You don't need it. Yeah. 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 100% agree with that. Yeah. Yeah. So what drives you more, the fear of failure or the pursuit of excellence?
What? Sorry, what?
What drives you more, the fear of failure or the pursuit of excellence?
Oh God. Hmm. I think when I was younger, it was like fear of failure. Yeah, letting my family down and like having something to prove. And there's definitely still a little bit of that, but now I'm just like, oh, I just want to make good things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's like I'm happy with what I've achieved, but now I want to make good things because now things like you are what you make, and I think that's more and more important. Like I'm realizing. Hmm. So I think good quality and uh, mm, what was the word you used?
The fear of failure or the pursuit of excellence. So what drives you more?
Right. So I think making good quality stuff really is important
Yeah.
to me now. I think it always was, but I think with when you realize you have less and less time, you just want to focus more on making the stuff you love and making it well. And I think if you do that, eventually you'll find your audience.
Yeah, yes. Success and failure are interesting, aren't they? Like, and I've spoken to a lot of, influential people, and they all have this common denominator, and it's just a constant pursuit. Like, there's always going to be new mountains to climb. And I think Tony Robbins said it best, like, everyone's chasing this pot of gold at the end of the tunnel. Like, they want happiness, but happiness is in the pursuit. It's the progression, it's doing the daily things that you do every single day that has a positive outlook on your life. Like, do you find that when you're in the grind and you're doing and you're at your best, like when you've got some momentum, is that when you feel the most happy? Like when you're creating good content, you're ticking off checklists, you're meeting different people, you're around positive, like-minded people. Do you find that that really does help and it's influential in just your outlook on whole life?
I think so, yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, yeah. And we also spoke last time, comparison, like, and the podcast that I shot with you last time, I called the podcast "Comparison is the Thief of Joy." And quite often, I think sometimes, we tend to compare our lives to other people, and, you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. And I think social media is amazing and what it can do, but it does have a deleterious side to it. How have you managed to grapple that with also being a social media online personality, but then at the same time also staying grounded? Like, how do you grapple that?
I think as I came into the social media fame a little bit later, just like I'm not a teenager and have a big head about it. Like I've had experiences and I've had success and failures, and also because I was a struggling actress for so long, and that really humbles you. Like I went from finance and making really good money to acting where you make no money and you're living off your savings and you're just like penny pinching, penny pinching.
Yeah.
And it's such a different experience. I used to not even think about when I spend money. I used to not think about it at all, and then now I have to like think about it. Or like when I first moved to America and I didn't find any work for a long time. I think it just humbles you and you realize you don't actually need that much to be happy.
Mm,
And then when you do become successful in some way, you realize that, oh, there is like actually a bottom as well. So you kind of just always prepare for the worst and you don't let yourself get too swept up in it.
yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
And with content creating too, you know, you're thinking all the time, you're creating different content, and you know, you have days where, you know, you don't really have the motivation, but you know, like how do you find the motivation? There's something like, because you've been doing it for so long, you know, it can be long and arduous and repetitive. Like how do you keep staying motivated like when you don't feel like doing it?
How do I still stay motivated when oh gosh, I like it so much. Oh, the numbers motivate me.
Mm,
My fans motivate me, and also my rent motivates me.
your rent?
I have to pay rent, so
Yeah,
I gotta get up, do my
yeah,
work, do my job.
yeah.
But I love my job, so I can't complain.
Do you mainly work a lot from home, or are you sort of out and about?
More from home.
Yeah, yeah. And which area in LA are you more near, Beverly Hills or California area, or like,
Oh,
like whereabouts?
I'm in LA. I won't say where I live, but I like central LA.
Yeah, yeah. So the hub, like the busy area.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
there's not very any non-busy areas in LA.
LA is crazy. We're just talking about this before. LA is insane. Yeah, I think, doesn't LA alone have, I think, the same population that Australia has? Like there's about 25 million or so people in the whole of Australia. LA just alone would have like about 25 million people, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey,
It's
yeah.
a lot of apartments.
Mm. Yes, yeah. So how do you measure your own success, especially when external markers don't match your internal goals?
What do you mean by that?
So I measure success as in tasks that I'm ticking off. So it's my belief that you can reinvent yourself in 5 years. And Tony Robbins said it best. He said, most people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 3 to 5 years. Like a lot of shit can happen in the span of 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
And that's a good measure, I think, of small incremental steps to achieving a specific goal. And even as small as, okay, I'm going to get up and have a cold shower every morning without fail. I'm just going to get up and have a cold shower. And it's doing the things that you don't want to do that has a profound effect on your whole life. Like you can go from a shitty position to a much better position just by continually changing your habits. Like a lot can happen. And I think that's a great measure for success, is it's like a snowball effect. It's just like compounding interest. You know, you're just adding, you know, a lot more habits, like good habits, and that has such a profound effect. But that's a good measure for me. But what about you?
Hmm. How do I measure my success? Gosh. I think because my industry is quite quantitative, you measure your success. Well, I measure my success by how many followers I have.
Yeah. So the
And if
numbers.
the
Yeah.
numbers, if my videos are doing well, that means I'm doing something good.
Yeah.
And I'm making something that people at least want to engage in or engage with.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you handle the negative criticism sometimes too? Because you're going to have a lot of positive, then you're going to have a little bit of negative. And I sort of think of the negative side of things, that can be like a catalyst as a way to help you improve, and it gives you feedback. Like how do you manage the negative comments and the positive comments?
I manage negative comments. Well, I don't have a lot of negative comments. There was only one video of mine that went viral, but for the wrong reasons. And I just wrote it off like they did not understand my video at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm, ignore them. You got to ignore the negative stuff, otherwise it's just going to
Yeah.
drive you crazy.
100%.
My sister Tim will go through and delete them. Then she's like, "Oh, there's too many. Just don't look at the video." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And I don't. So don't.
Yeah.
Usually most of my comments are pretty positive because I don't make content that's very
Mm.
controversial.
Yeah.
It's a little unhinged, but
Yeah.
it's like the controversialness, I think my audience on Instagram, they get it. And also they laugh with me. And yeah, I try not to like punch down. Yeah, if I'm making fun of anyone, it's usually myself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Don't take yourself too seriously.
you really can't. You
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, it's not going to be a fun life.
Yeah.
And then I just like I try to use the positive comments to kind of like catapult my future content, and sometimes it gives me ideas. Like I've like made certain changes to content from
Mm.
content.
Yeah. And across all platforms, so you're on YouTube, you're on TikTok, you're on Instagram, you've got a Facebook, but like across all platforms, I think, how many videos have you shot in total? Do you know at the top of your head? It's probably a good couple of thousand, yeah?
Over 2,000.
Wow. Yeah. Do you, and that's another thing you could sort of like going back to the question is that's another measure of success too. You look at your first video and what you shot to your thousandth video, like lot has happened in that frame of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible. Wow.
Mm.
Yeah. So is there a particular life decision you look back on that's had a massive turning point for you?
Probably moving to America.
Yeah.
Yeah, just being amongst it
Mm.
and really just putting myself out there and giving myself a challenge. Yeah, I said moving to America was definitely like the biggest change in my career. If I didn't move to America, I wouldn't have anything that I have today.
Yeah. Was it hard initially? Like, yeah, I remember last time we were speaking about this. I mean, it's difficult, especially leaving your family behind, and you know, you're super close with your twin sister as well. Like, yeah, it must have been super challenging for you.
It is. It's really hard being away from family. And
Yeah,
when I'm back, I really like this
yeah,
lifestyle. It feels a lot more stable. It feels like there's there's a routine and there's people caring about you. There's people you got to care about. And we have family friends here. So like we're having a party for our dog tonight because she's turning 16.
your dog is 16. Oh wow. Yeah.
Bloody gorgeous.
What type of dog is it?
It's a Bichon Frise cross poodle.
Okay.
So we're having a big party for her, and all our friends are coming. Our family friends are coming. So that's really nice. Yeah, sometimes LA can feel a little lonely.
Yeah.
There's no one you can really rely on. Because my cousin, oh no, she just moved back, so she's been good to like. She used to live down the road from me, so I could rely on her for stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard because even friends, good friends, they're not family. You can't really just be asking really big favors from them all
Yeah.
the time. Yeah, it's mostly that kind of thing.
Mm.
Just like having like.
Yeah. How often are you back in Australia? Like, are you
Well, this is my first time back in a year and a half.
really? Wow. Yeah. Are you going to try and make that more of a thing? Is to come back and visit once a year, or
I'm back for work.
just work?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if work brings me back, then I see them.
Yeah.
But if work doesn't bring me back, then they usually come and see me. Or I meet them outside. Like I saw them in China in February.
Yeah.
So no biggie, like January, February for Chinese New Year.
Mm.
Saw them in December last year in Europe for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's like I see them still, but it
Mm.
might not be in Australia.
Yeah. And how do you find American culture to Aussie culture?
It's very good getter over there. It's like go, 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 go. That's why it's just all the time because everyone's doing everything. It's like if you're not doing this and you're not doing that, you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
It's like not laid back at all. Here I'm like a little bit relaxed.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can go shopping for some groceries, and then
Yeah.
today I'll walk the dog, and tomorrow I'll take my sister to work, and it's a little bit more relaxed. But in LA, I'm like grinding 24/7.
Yeah, yeah, I have noticed about that with the Yanks. They're very fast paced. They're very much on the go. Whereas, I mean, Australia, we're the most laid back country. You know, we're very laid back. We're very, take our time kind of thing. Everything's a little bit slow, not as
so
fast
slow.
paced.
My sister is so slow. I'm like, can you just pick your clothes now?
Yeah,
Oh, show me this. Oh, this. Oh, change. I'm like, no, just pick it up. Let's go.
yeah, yeah. So she's a little bit more indecisive.
Compared to her, yeah,
Yeah,
she'll spend half an hour with someone talking about the same thing. I'm like, please,
yeah.
please hang up.
Yeah, I see you guys too. Like you have such a good relationship, and I get a bit sad when I hear about people that don't have a really good relationship with their sibling because family is super important. Like when you're on your deathbed, you're not going to be thinking about anything else. You want to be around the people that, you know, that you love and care about. Like what's one thing that you can also suggest people, especially listening to this, making more of an effort, and I'm guilty of this. Like, I should see my brother a bit more and his kids. He's good. He's good. Yeah. So he's got two kids. Mike's got two kids. My sister's got two kids as well. But yeah, I mean, obviously I'm juggling this and plus working and teaching martial arts. But yeah, what's one piece of advice you think that people need to do, especially in maintaining that relationship with their siblings, especially if they're not really as close, because you and Tian are very close. Yeah,
How to maintain that?
yeah,
I think just like learn to forgive a lot faster. We used to have fights and not talk all day. Then we would just, I say one nice thing and then it's like we're back to normal.
yeah,
There's not really an apology process. It's just quiet denial
mm,
and ignorance. Well, ignoring the other person for a day and then you
yeah,
just like start talking again. I
yeah,
don't know if that's how other siblings fight. That's how I fight with my sister.
yeah,
But like now we just have like full on yelling matches and then we're just like, it's easier when you're away from,
yeah,
in opposite countries. You can just hang up the phone and like
yeah,
brood and then come back.
yeah,
Um, well, I would say, I think you just gotta remember that that's like your family, like your blood, your
yeah,
person, and they may not be who you would choose to spend time with normally if it was just someone you met. They might have a different personality, which is so normal. They might have different likes and values, and that's okay too. But you just gotta remember that you guys like, shared parents, and there's at the end of the day, nothing really matters that much. There's no big harm unless they like killed your cat or dog or mum or dad. Unless they like did something really really bad. But
yeah,
they're your family at the end of the day, and you just like gotta accept them
yeah, yeah.
for who they are. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, it is. It's kind of sad. Like you hear about siblings that have a falling out, or
I know, and they don't talk for
no,
years, or they just don't talk. I'm like, that's crazy.
yes,
There's no excuse. Oh my God, I had this like guy that I dated for a bit and he never talked to his brother.
mm,
Never talked. Because I had a falling out in high school and this dude was like in his 30s. And I was like, how could you not have talked to your bro for 12 years? There's something wrong with you.
I agree. Yeah,
Maybe he's like a bit, I think he's like on the spectrum or something. But I'm like, there's something wrong here if you guys like, if your parents haven't taught y'all to like
yeah,
forgive and forget your siblings.
yeah,
That was a big thing, my parents also, because we used to fight a lot when we were younger.
yeah,
And our parents would always be like, this is your sister. She's your ride or die for life. She's the only person that's going to be there for you forever. Like,
yeah.
y'all can't be enemies. You have to be besties forever.
100%.
Totally. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah, and my brother and I, we used to fight, especially over the stupidest things. Like it's my turn to play the PlayStation. You've been on there for this long. It's my turn now. Just stupid shit. Yeah, but you're 100% right. Like I think it's super important just to maintain a relationship with your siblings, and just get along. They're your blood. They're part of your bloodline. Yeah,
Exactly. They're the only people that are going to love you for you
yeah,
and be there for you come high water,
yeah.
if that's a saying.
You must miss your sister though. Yeah, when you're back home.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do. Yeah, it's nice just like chilling with her, spending time with her.
yeah.
We did a puzzle last night, as I
Did
did I
you?
tell you this?
No, you
Oh my
didn't.
God.
No.
That's why this morning I totally choked because I was like, okay, so we have our birthday party tonight for Charlie. And we have this one dining table for guests to arrive.
Yeah.
We have like 15 people coming over tonight.
Oh
This
wow.
one guest table is currently like just covered in puzzle pieces.
Yep.
Because my sister loves to do puzzle pieces. It's called her active therapy or whatever, an active meditation. She calls it.
Yes. Yep.
And she loves puzzles. I know she loves puzzles. So I was like, okay, I'll just spend the night doing puzzles with her. And we got really into it. And she was like finishing her end of year. So I was like, okay, she doesn't have a lot of time. I'll like continue the puzzle. And I was like going on and I was like, oh, this is really fun. I'm like on a roll and I was time lapsing it. And then she joined in and we were just on a roll that we kept going till we finished it.
Yeah.
And we didn't finish till 4 a.m.
Oh shit. How many pieces were there?
Like 5,000.
What?
It was like huge,
Oh my God.
huge.
Really? How many hours did you take?
Like we'd already been doing it for hours.
Yeah.
It was half done.
Oh my God.
And it like had been hours already. Like every night we'll just chip away at it. But this time it was like 70% there.
Yeah.
I would say like you could see the shape of everything and yeah, we just
Yeah.
oh we were probably at it for like 8 hours.
Oh my gosh. Good work though.
Working
That's
shift.
some teamwork there, hey? Teamwork makes the dream work.
She loved it. She thanked me in the morning. She was like, I really enjoyed that. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm glad.
Yeah. Are you one of these people, like I know I am, if I don't get a task done, it's on my brain for the whole day. Like I have to get it done. Are you a little bit like that too? You need to get it done. Yeah.
I always sleep late because I'm like, once I get it done, I can sleep. If I don't get it done, I can't sleep. And then I just like be in the wee hours of the morning working. But now I'm trying to change that because when you're filming, you have to sleep at like 9 p.m. and wake up at 5 a.m. Like my
Yeah.
call time is 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I had this really good schedule when I was filming. I was sleeping at like 9, waking up at 5. So now I'm going to like carry on that schedule.
Yeah. So what time do you normally have to be on set?
6-ish.
6-ish. Yeah. And it was like 6 till like 5 or something, or it's like a good 12, 13 hour day.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah. Long and arduous, hey.
Oh man, that's why you can't do it for like a huge stint. That's why you make a movie and then you have a break.
Yeah. So how long does it normally take to make a movie? Like, is it 6 months, 12 months, 2 years? Just depends.
Yeah, I think Lord of the Rings took like a whole year because I filmed all of it in one go.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like 5 Blind Days took like 6-7 weeks because it's rom-com and there's no VFX and there's not a huge costume change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like shooting better, drama or comedy?
Mm, 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 mm. I don't think I have a complete preference anymore. Back in the day, I would have said comedy for sure.
Yeah.
I actually really like dramas because I think I finally get it. It's actually really hard to do drama.
Yeah.
It's a lot more like real. You have to be grounded. Like
Yeah.
that's like the acting I was talking about earlier where less is more.
With emotions and
Yeah, you have to really think it like the camera's right there, they can see everything. So they see exactly what you're thinking. Whereas when you're doing comedy, you can kind of like be over the top and it's okay because it's a comedy. But I think you still have to be grounded in a comedy. I
yeah.
think it's like it's the situation that's funny.
Yeah.
But you're a very straight character in a funny, like crazy situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think there would be expansion to maybe possibly do like an action or something like that? Because I remember you said last time you would love to work with Margot Robbie. And you know, she's done a bit of action movies as well. Like, would there be some sort of opportunity, hopefully, to do an action movie?
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah.
For
Yep.
sure.
Yeah. Are you a fan of the action genre? Yep.
I am.
Yep. I'm super excited about the new ballerina movie, the John Wick franchise. Did you ever see the John Wick movies?
I did.
What'd you think?
Yeah, I like
You like them?
Good.
I love them. Yeah.
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 I think that's the one that hits like all 4 quadrants.
Yeah, and Keanu Reeves, I actually saw him at the airport. I wanted to get a photo with him, because my sister loved Keanu Reeves growing up. She had a poster of him when he was in Speed. She loved him, so I was like, because I told my sister about it, and I wanted to get a photo with him, but paparazzi was just swarming him, and I'm like, no, I'll just let him be. Yeah, but it would have been awesome to meet him because he's such a humble guy. Like he's very down to earth, and he just secretly does like a lot of behind the scenes kindness acts of service. Yeah, very humble guy, but he was amazing. Like watching him in the John Wick franchise, like it was just incredible to watch.
I
Yeah.
have to go back and revisit those.
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah, because this one that's coming out, this is with I forget I don't know how Anna de Armas or something. I don't know how you say her last name, but yeah, it's like a different parody or different kind of style that they're taking with the John Wick franchise. So I think there's a lot of room for expansion and things like that. It's nice to see more women getting into doing more action roles, which is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you think you'd be doing like the martial arts, the action, the choreography? I'm sure you would really be into that, yeah?
think I'd love
You
it.
would?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be so fun.
Yeah, because you've tried Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I asked this because I'm a martial artist. Like I've been doing martial arts for over 30 years.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember.
yeah.
I used to live and when we were neighbors and you used to go to class.
Yes, yeah. But yeah, like that would be pretty cool. Like, going on set, learning firearms training and, doing a fight scene and like it's kind of like a dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to do like a tiny bit of choreography for my YouTube series. I had to like get punched. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Punch and be punched.
Yeah. How does that work on camera? Because like when you fake punch, you kind of like it's just the way the camera is, yeah, sitting. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So what does living a meaningful life mean to you? You're giving a lot of value to so many different people and, some people too, like it's kind of amazing actually. Like I see it as a ripple effect. You have no idea the impact that you can actually leave on someone without you actually knowing, and I'm sure that would kind of hit home because you have, I think, over 7 million, close to 10 million followers in total across all social media platforms. Like, does that ever kind of hit home where you think, fuck, like it's kind of very satisfying and gratifying to actually be making a positive impact, even though the skits are funny, they're comedy, there's a mix of drama in there. Like you never know, like someone might be having the worst day and then someone might come across your content and see it and it just like changes their whole perspective on their day. Like, does that ever resonate with you?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah. So what do you do when life takes a turn and, everything just seems to bomb? Like, what do you find seems to anchor you?
My family.
Your family?
Yeah.
Yep.
They're just like always so supportive and they're just always full of praise and remind me that I'm a good person. Sometimes it's hard to see that.
Really? You sometimes a bit critical with yourself? Really? In what way?
Oh, just like if you upset someone or you hurt someone and you you like set out to hurt someone, but you do, and I think like then you think you're a bad person and get into a spiral, and then your family reminds you that you're a good person, that you deserve good things and patience, and good things will come.
Mm,
Just stay patient, stay who you are, because
yeah.
they've known you since forever,
Yeah.
so they know what kind of person you really are.
Mm,
Whereas other people meet you for like a day, they don't. In comparison, it just feels like they know you for such a short period of time, they don't really know the real you,
yeah.
really are on the inside over a consistent period of time. And also, they don't have the patience for it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people in LA, especially, they have low tolerance and patience for other people. They're like, oh, yeah, you're not yeah, you don't vibe with me. I'm going to move on. There's just so many people to just like move on to.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sometimes too, it's not a bad thing to cut people out of your life. You are the sum of the five people that you hang around the most with, and they can have such a huge influence in your whole outlook. Unfortunately, I've had to cut out people in my life that just weren't good for me. Like that's quite hard and challenging too, and especially being in your industry as well. When you're dealing with so many different people. What are some of the habits that you adopt to kind of stay grounded? Like do you practice meditation, mindfulness, gratitude? Do you do all those things?
Yeah, there's this book that I write. Um, it's called the 5 Minute Journal, and just very small. You can do it on your phone too. There's a journal actually, it's free.
Okay.
Um, and you just spend like 5 minutes every day just thinking about, like deeply thinking about what you're grateful for, and like what are things that if this happened today, you would be really happy. Just like a reminder of like some of the things that um can like put you in a positive mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have to commend you too because you posted a video a while back just on your circumstances with obviously going through a breakup, and I've had my fair share of breakups. Breakups fucking suck. They really do. But you've gone a very much a vulnerable route, and a lot of people really liked what you did. It really resonated with them. What was something I think, and that must have really helped you because, going through a difficult period in life, especially through a breakup, it does teach you a lot. But I think it really is something that can be a catalyst to help you just be a better person. Like I look at my previous breakups and it's made me a much kinder person, more compassionate, more empathetic. It's made me more understanding for people. It's also given me the ability to maybe help someone else that's going through a breakup or something like that. But what do you think is really resonating like with what you just posted with being vulnerable? Because that's something that you haven't done before. Like how did you find doing that? Like that must have been a different turn for you, yeah?
Yeah, I think it was like start of the year, and I was just so sick of who I was the year before.
Mm,
Um, and I think I just really wanted to share what I was really thinking, and I just felt like the internet didn't know who I
mm,
was. And that's probably, I wouldn't say it's my fault. That was on purpose. I purposely did not really share anything much about my life. Like no one would even know if I like what my relationship status was. I never really was very like open about it all the time. Like I would post my boyfriends, but I was never like, this is my boyfriend. It would be in like skit format, like if your boyfriend did this, but it just happened to be my boyfriend. And I
yeah,
think my friends knew, people who knew me knew my personal life,
yeah,
but I wouldn't say my online people knew who anyone was really in my life, except for my family, because I would publicly post about them.
mm,
Um, and so I feel like people couldn't really connect with me on a deeper level because everything I put out on social media was very surface level. So at least on my Instagram, where I feel like my most of my older audiences, most of my friends are like people who know me
yeah,
personally. That's where they follow me. Like my friends don't know what I post on YouTube. They don't know what I post on TikTok because I doubt they see it, but my friends will see what I post on Instagram.
yeah,
So I chose that as a platform to really just like tell a real side of me, whatever it is I'm going through when I'm struggling with, because I think everybody struggles with it. And
yeah,
so I just like wanted to be like, you know what? I go through that too, and it's okay. And just to like show them who I really was and what I was really thinking,
yeah.
because I'm not like happy all the time,
No,
even though that's what it looks like on social media. Yeah, I just wanted like one series that I could like be the real me in.
yeah,
And that was the series I created. And so I actually started a new Instagram page because I planned to post that kind of content on there, which is like now my acting page, because I felt like people saw me as a skit creator, but they didn't really see me as an actress. So I wanted to have a platform where I didn't have to post like my acting stuff all the time. So yeah, I just want to separate it. So this is purely for my skits, me being silly, for brands who want to work with me, and then my social, and then my acting page for
yeah,
like just who I really am
yeah.
as a person.
And also, because you can use that as a platform, you get to tell everyone how you got through it, you know? Like some people when they're in a situation like that, you can't see a way out, but you get to show people on, hey, look, this is what happened to me. This is how I got through it. And this is the thing, like, because you're in the movie business, this is why people tend to gravitate towards superhero movies, is because you get to see the hero come from the ground up. You get to see the hero's journey. You know what I mean? Yeah. What would be some advice that you could give to someone that's probably going through a period or a breakup? What would be some advice? Like, what are some of the habits that you would suggest that they should adopt, to help heal?
Stay strong, know that you made the right decision, and that when one door closes, another door opens. It really is so true. That is a saying.
It's so true. Yeah.
but you don't know what that door is or that window. Sorry, you close the door, but you don't know what the window looks like yet because it hasn't happened. And it's so hard to see what is outside that window when you're focusing on the door.
Yeah.
So you just have to believe that you made the right decision, that there are bigger and better things, and that you deserved more.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why the breakup happened. Sometimes it's not your choice, and sometimes it is your choice. But for whatever reason, that relationship was not meant to be.
Yeah.
And that you have to be like certain that there's, well, not certain, obviously you're in uncertain stage of your life. But it's okay. It'll be okay. That time does heal all wounds.
Yeah.
You just have to
Yeah.
trust yourself.
It's hard, isn't it? Like I lost my dad a few years ago, and yeah, he passed away back in 2020, and you know, death and grief and heartbreak, that's just part of life. You're never ready for it. It sucks. You know, that pain sometimes can always be there. But how do you deal with pain? Like, are you one of those people that something happens in your life, you know, circumstances change, you know, will you just self-isolate, reflect, process their emotions, or what do you do? Like,
I have to be with family
yeah,
and friends.
yeah,
Yeah. Like people who care about you deeply and want the best for you. So yeah, I was just on the phone with my sister all the time,
yeah.
and she would just talk me through it.
And do you believe there is a right way to heal?
Mm, there's definitely easier ways and harder ways to heal.
Yeah,
I think um distracting yourself with things that will help you. Don't go do drugs and alcohol.
no,
I mean like go and learn a new hobby. Distract yourself with things that will add value to your life. Start going to the gym, join like a boot camp. Start doing pickleball. I don't know. Do something social, reminding yourself that there's like life outside of that
yeah.
relationship.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? It's difficult. Like you're in that situation. You don't think you're going to get out of it, and you just realize it's just time, isn't it? As you said, time heals all wounds. Yeah, yeah. So do you find you know, a hobby that you've taken up, like a particular hobby that you've taken up recently? Like have you just started to maybe try and learn different things, or you know, because you said you did try Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is awesome. Yeah, I think you should keep going with it. I think you really enjoy it. It's pretty badass. Yeah,
It is. Jiu-jitsu speaking.
it's cool.
Yeah, it is very cool.
It is.
The only thing is the class that I take is like at night at 8 p.m.
Yeah,
And it's like I have dinner and then I go to class and come back. And then by that time it's like, I don't know, it's weird. I'd like to work out in the morning.
yeah. Don't they have early morning
I
classes?
think they do, but the class, the school that I go to, because it's my friend's school, the class for adults,
Mm.
like like just like the drop-in class is at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just probably it just hasn't worked out with my schedule, but my plan is to go back.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone that I speak to that's tried BJJ, because I had a student of mine. She's amazing. She's been training with me for the last 6+ years. She's a sexual assault survivor, and I just recently gave her blue belt last year. She's about your height, your sort of size, but she ragdolls some of my new male students. Like she'll jump on their back, she's choking them and all sorts of stuff. And it's pretty amazing to see. Like this girl was driving around the complex for a good hour and a bit, contemplating whether or not she wanted to come in and try. And, you know, super apprehensive, super timid. She came in, absolutely loved it. The first couple of classes, she was, you know, she reflected on her past trauma. And then I was able to kind of ease her in it. And this is where I think having the right coach is super important. And I think because I've had a lot of past experiences with life circumstances that just made me the person that I am today. So I'm able to kind of connect with people on a more emotional level, really kind of just, help them out. And I think that's the difference between being a good instructor and a coach. I think a coach is much different, being with them every step of the way, because like I've got black belts in multiple styles. And I think once you get black belt, the focus becomes less about you and more about your students. And I was sort of able to help her and, to just really change her life. Like, it's pretty amazing. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
You have a very like calm and like welcoming presence about you, very just supportive. So I feel like that, yeah, I feel like if I was a girl in your class, I'd feel confident too.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely think you should keep going with it. You'd love it. Did you do the gi class or no gi, or which one did you do?
What the what?
So the gi is like the kimono that you wear with the belt, or was it just normal clothes, like no gi? Yeah,
Did not
yeah,
have gi.
yeah. That's cool.
One day.
One day. Yeah. And do you exercise religiously? Like, like you're very fit, you're very active. Like, do you have a very much of strict regimen with gym first thing before you shoot, or like what's?
It kind of depends how I feel physically. If I'm on my time of the month, I will generally do very light exercises. But I try to go pretty hard, try to do weights, try to do like mix of cardio weights and core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like the weight training? Do you enjoy that? You like lifting heavy things?
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't go that hard. I
No.
could definitely go harder.
Yeah.
I know. But I don't want to injure myself.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I go hard enough so that I have like muscles,
Yeah.
but I don't want to like be buff.
You won't. You won't. No, no. It's physiologically impossible for women to gain the same amount of muscle as men. Yeah. If anything, like it's going to really tone you and kind of like really sculpture the body. It's still very feminine, very aesthetic, but yeah, physiologically, you won't bulk up unless you're on anabolic steroids.
Right.
Yeah, I used to be a PT back in the days, and I always used to have women come in and say like, yeah, I'm interested in lifting weights, but I don't want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
I'm like, you won't. You just will not look. And I'd show them a photo, I'd show them a photo of like a IFBB fitness bikini athlete, and then I'd show another photo of a professional IFBB pro female bodybuilder, and I put the two photos side by side. One's on anabolic steroids and one isn't. And they're like, oh, so that's what I'm going to look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're going to look like. Yeah. Yeah.
Learned over time. I didn't really get into fitness until I
Yeah. Yep.
into like going to the gym and working out.
Yeah. Is there a lot of run clubs now? Because I'm hearing more and more run clubs. Have you ever tried a run club?
Haven't.
No?
I know they do exist, but I prefer to just run on the track.
Do your own thing.
I
Yeah.
don't like the sun, so I can't.
Yeah.
Even the outdoor running is great.
Mm.
It is.
Yeah. Have you tried one of the ice bars? You ever done one of those? How'd you go?
I did. My first one I ever did, I did it for 6 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and then the second one I did was 10 minutes.
Wow. 10 minutes in the ice bath. Yep.
Hard.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
Nice. That's so good. Yeah.
Like somebody had to coach me through it. I
Wow.
was sitting there, I was shivering. I couldn't feel my body anymore. Then someone was like, you do it. Think of the
Yeah.
hardest thing you've ever done. Yeah, if he didn't coach me, I don't think I could do it.
Wow. Because it's a mindfulness thing, isn't it? Like when you're in there, like you're not thinking about, oh shit, I got to put the oven on and what am I having for dinner tonight? Spag bowl, or you're not thinking about that. You're in there and you're like, fuck, I feel like I'm gonna die. Yeah.
You don't put your feet and your hands in there, do you?
Everything. I go up to the neck.
I thought it was dangerous to put your hands and your feet in. So I normally like for the ice baths that I went in, the first one they gave me a little like a booty for my foot, so my
Yeah.
feet wouldn't freeze.
Okay.
And then I had my hands out. And the second time, the lady was like, "Yeah, you got to keep your hands and feet out." Because
Didn't know
as
that.
soon as you put your feet in, it is hundreds
They go numb.
of times harder. It's like so painful. Like then I did it because you do it like on rotation. So the second time, so I did 10 minutes the first time, but I hadn't quite warmed up.
Yeah.
Went to the sauna to try to warm up, but I wasn't like quite warm yet.
Yeah.
To do it again with my feet and hands in.
Oh my
And that
gosh.
couldn't last more than a minute. It
Yeah.
was so cold.
It is. Yeah. My Yeah, my girlfriend and I, we went to um, it's like a wellness, not a wellness retreat, but it's one of those like bathhouses, and they have ice bars and saunas there. And these ice bars are a lot colder than the ones they just fill up with ice. But the good thing is you could just jump straight out and jump into the sauna to try and bring your core body temperature back up. Because when I've done ice bars in the past, you have to do certain isometric breathing exercises to try and bring your core temperature up. Because otherwise, you're just shivering all day. You can't seem to get warm. Because once you're out of there, you just start, you're shivering anyways. But you have to do these isometric kind of breathing exercises and contract your muscles to try and create heat to get your body warm.
Okay.
But the thing about the ice baths at the place where we went, they're a lot colder, super cold, but we go all the way down. We go up to our necks. So we've got our fingers in there, and
Oh.
yeah.
I go neck, but not my fingies and my
Nah.
toes.
Did you dunk your head under? Nah.
Couldn't do that.
Nah.
No thanks.
Yeah. Did you see that fitness influencer that went viral? I forget what his name, Ashton Hall, I think his name was. So it's like, I think it's over 300 million views or something on Instagram, but he went viral about his morning routine. He gets up at like 2 in the morning, and then he soaks his face in freezing cold ice water. And did you see that? Did you see that one? That reel on
I
Instagram?
saw the reel.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. Yeah, but it went viral. But this guy gets up at like 2 or 3 in the morning. You know, he does prayer. He does his ice bath thing with his face. Yeah, crazy routine. Yeah, yeah,
Good for him.
100%. Yeah, and so
To cold water.
yeah, cold
Never
water.
wash my face with hot water in the morning.
Okay.
Always cold water. It's so painful. Now I'm
Yeah,
gonna do the
yeah.
I've done the cold water face thing.
Yeah, yeah. And how's your product? It's like a, what is it? Like a blemish? Yeah, what is it? So tell me about it.
But oh my God, I love it so much.
Yeah,
It's my face on it. So I had a cartoon made of my face,
yeah,
my body, and then so I put the face on a pimple patch. So you can wear my face on your face.
right.
It's medicated as well. I've got two. One's like got niacinamide, salicylic acid, and tea tree oil. So that one's a little bit stronger, and the other has niacinamide and tea tree oil. So it's not as like strong
Yeah,
if you have sensitive skin.
yeah,
And then I'm going to come out with a new one with just hydrocolloid. So it's got no medication, but it's like a band-aid if you have really sensitive skin.
yeah,
Some people can't do the medicated, like not too much of it. And you leave it on there for like 4 to 6 hours, and it just like helps.
yeah.
Suck.
Brings down like the inflammation, like with pimples and things like that. And it's got like natural, like you said, tea tree oil. It's got like natural herbs and things. It was tea tree oil. It's like,
Tea tree oil is natural.
yeah, it's natural. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Tea tree oil is great because it's antibacterial.
Right.
So it'll anti-inflammatory and antibacterial. So it
Yeah.
like gets rid of all the germies.
Yes. Do you have a skincare routine? Do you,
Yes.
yeah, follow that religiously?
It's pretty insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes up a lot of time.
I'm sure the girls on here would be very interested. Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah. So run me through it. What's the
Okay,
process?
so my daytime cold water. I don't use any cleanser,
Yeah.
just cold water, and then tap dry, clean towel. And then I go in with face mist, which is made of organic rose water.
Mm.
And then I do usually a essence of some sort, like a bean essence from Mixsoon is a good one, or CosRX has a good serum. So essence. So essence first. So you go spray. Sometimes actually nighttime is a toner. So I spray rose water. I do a essence, a serum, moisturizer, SPF.
Yeah.
And then usually my foundation also has SPF in it. But if it's just running around during the day like today, I actually have a sty, so that's why I'm not wearing eye makeup.
Yeah.
But I just have a tinted moisturizer.
Right.
Either one from Peter Thomas Roth if you have darker skin, and then if you have lighter skin, I really like the one from Dermatology.
Yeah.
You can also go even lighter. Innisfree from a Korean brand, they have like this really light yam root tinted moisturizer. And also Mixsoon, just not Mixsoon, Beauty of Joseon has their tinted sunscreen now, and that one's like really nice.
Really?
Really nice.
Yeah.
So that every morning, and then at night, because you're wearing makeup, you got to cleanse 3 times.
Hmm.
So you do your oil-based cleanser, and then you do your normal cleanser, and I usually go in with like a makeup remover after that, just to get rid of all the makeup. You gotta like that's how you get styes if you like
Yeah.
clean out your makeup
Yeah.
quickly. And I just happened to use a dirty towel at the gym, so that was My bad.
Yeah.
And then so after you cleanse, you do your toner, and then you do your rose mist again. Your essence, your serums. I usually do 2 serums at night, depending on what's in the serum, like a vitamin C serum and then a retinol serum. And then eye cream. Oh, I forgot about the eye cream. Oh, what SPF? I have SPF eye cream by
Yeah.
Dermatology. That's one's a grade 1.
SPF is like a sunscreen that when you go outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for your eyes. You get those to your eyes and it doesn't burn your eyes.
Yeah.
And then eye cream at night. And then sometimes I'll mask. So after the serum, I do a mask,
Mhm.
and then I do like gua sha, and then I'll do a moisturizer, and then I do a nighttime mask, like a
Wow.
thicker mask, so you sleep it, so your skin
Yep.
is still like dewy in the morning. Oh, I forgot to mention, in the morning after I wash my face, I do my laser mask.
Yeah. Yeah. That's incredible. Yeah.
It's overkill. You don't need that
That's a very detailed skincare routine.
much.
Yeah. Did you hear about the guy? I think he's spending millions. So the goal, I forget his name, but he's been on numerous podcasts. So he's trying to sort of slow down the aging process. So he's looking at
Taking like the blood,
yeah,
like his.
yeah. I forget his name. I forget his name, but he's been on heaps of podcasts. But he's trying to slow down the aging process, and you know him if you see him. But yeah, like that's it. That's it. Yeah, yeah.
Brian Thompson.
Yeah, but he spent millions. Like he's obviously a very high performance entrepreneur, but like he spent millions in just trying to sort of figure out ways of, slowing down the aging process, but then, looking younger and, he doesn't have any alcohol. It's organic foods. It's very healthy. And, he uses a lot of other things too. Yeah. What about Chinese medicine? Because, you're obviously your heritage is Chinese. And I'm a huge advocate for Chinese medicine. Like, it's pretty amazing. Like, do you use a lot of Chinese herbs and stuff like that
Yeah.
in general?
Yeah. Yep. I use, well, if I ever get sick, I always drink Chinese medicine. I take Chinese medicine like pretty regularly in the mornings because I have not enough red blood cells.
Yep.
I don't know what it is, but it's stuff like that my Chinese pharmacist prescribed to me.
Mm.
Yeah, I always drink like tea.
Yeah.
Like in my cup, I have tea.
Yeah.
I've got tea and honey and lemon.
Yeah.
Vitamin C.
Mm.
Honey for my throat, and then chamomile tea because just anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends.
You drink a lot of coffee? Do you like caffeine?
You know what? I'm not a big coffee drinker. I drink coffee out of necessity if I need to.
Yeah.
Not if I need to, but I'll have like stints. I'll do like a stint of 1 month of coffee and then I'll just be off it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you sometimes, are you one of those people that respond to caffeine negatively? Like it kind of makes you a little bit too anxious, jittery?
Yes.
Yep.
Especially if I have too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of energy drinks now that have a lot of nootropics. So nootropics are basically compounds or things that they actually help with your brain. Like it boosts memory, focus, attention. The drink, I like the nootropics. So the drink from Newtonic that has L-theanine in there. It's got some other ones in there. I can't remember the names, but they're good for attention and focus and things like that.
Oh, Nootropics. Thank you for sponsor this video.
Yes. Yeah. And are you able to talk about the movie that you're currently filming, or is that still a little bit of a secret?
No, totally blast it on socials because it's going to be from my YouTube page.
Wow.
Yeah, it's actually a web series, not a movie. It's called Deserted. It's about 2 people who get stuck on a deserted island
Right.
after a plane crash.
Interesting.
It's actually really good. It was written by Steve Irwin, who wrote, not Steve.
Not Steve Irwin, no.
Crocodile Hunter guy. No, he seems same name, but Steve Irwin, he is the creator of Harrow, the TV show.
Arrow?
Harrow.
Oh, Harrow. Yeah.
In Australia.
Yeah.
They also did the movie Australia Day. They also did some other things. Some big ones, Secrets and Lies.
Mm.
Yeah, they've done a lot of big shows in Australia, like
Yeah,
very prolific filmmaking, TV making duo. So yeah.
yeah. And what's the horror movie? What's this one? Can you talk about that one?
Oh yeah, that one's
Yeah,
called Dusk.
yeah.
I think the director went to Cannes to try to sell it. Well, it does have distribution already. There is like sales attached to it.
Hmm.
Hopefully that'll come to theaters. That's like the hopes, but if not,
Yeah,
I think it'll definitely hit streaming.
yeah,
And um and then yeah, Danny Derby I think will go to streaming.
yeah,
I reckon it'll get sold. It's pretty funny.
yeah. Will that be on Stan or Netflix or
No, one
no?
of them.
Hmm.
Don't know which one, but definitely
Yeah,
one of them.
yeah.
So
And the goal, because I mean, you know, you're very industrious, you work hard, and which is pretty amazing to have five blind dates on a streaming service in Australia, which is awesome. But the goal will eventually be to have a movie up on the big screen eventually. That's the goal for you.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And you said, yeah, you mentioned last time you would love to work with Margot Robbie, but is there potential with other leading actors in the future, do you think?
I think there's always potential for anything
Hmm.
in life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yep, amazing. No, I could see you working with Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite Margot Robbie movie?
Barbie.
You like the Barbie movie?
I like the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought she did really well. I think it was
Tonya.
Tonya.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got nominated for a Oscar.
It's
Yeah,
a great movie.
it was
They
good.
killed that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Aussies are doing so well. We're killing it. Like it's so good. Like we've got Chris Hemsworth, we've got Margot Robbie. I still get a bit emotional today when I watch Heath Ledger won the award posthumously for his work in The Dark Knight, where he portrayed the Joker. Did you ever see The Dark Knight with Heath Ledger? Brilliant performance. His performance in that movie was amazing.
Yeah,
So incredible.
absolutely.
Yeah. What would be your top five all-time favorite movies?
Okay, Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, Before Midnight, that whole trilogy.
Hmm.
Mm. God, I'm a rom-com girl, so I love
Love the
Actually.
rom-coms. Yeah.
That's such a great movie. I could watch that over and over and over and over.
Yep.
Oh, God, that's a tough one.
Mm. Sci-fi, action, more drama kind of based movie.
I like dramas. If I like comedies,
Yeah.
I think I always choose comedy over drama.
Mhm.
Sometimes dramas are just really heavy. They're
They are.
great films,
Yeah.
but like, you got to be in the mood for it.
I watched The Green Mile. You ever seen that movie? I watched that the other day. I shed a tear.
Did I actually watch that movie?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I don't think I
You
did.
never seen The Green Mile? It's brilliant. It's fantastic.
Blindsided. That was with The Blind Side. Oh, that was.
Oh, is that with Sandra Bullock? Yeah, didn't she won the Oscar for that
I
one?
hope she did.
I think she did. Yeah, she won the Oscar for it. Yeah, she was. I did see that movie. She was really good.
She was. Right.
Yeah, but I reckon The Green Mile should have won some Oscars because that acting was incredible, and it's based on a Stephen King novel or a short story, I think. But Michael Clark Duncan, who unfortunately passed away, his performance in that was incredible. But yeah, it's a really sad movie. Like I shed a tear. Yeah, yeah, but it's a powerful movie. Yeah, but I like those kind of movies. I like all sorts of movies, but yeah, no, a good rom-com is nice. I like a good comedy too. I heard they're bringing out Happy Gilmore 2 on Netflix. Did you hear about that? There's a sequel to the original Happy Gilmore. Yeah, yeah. You're a fan of Adam Sandler?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he's incredible.
he's
What he's
good.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot
yeah.
of respect for him.
Have you ever met anybody famous? Like anyone very famous?
Oh, do you know who Mark Duplass is?
The name rings a bell. Yeah.
He's in The Morning Show with Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you kind of meet a lot of famous people in LA.
You
Like
would.
the screenings and stuff.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
met Michael Bay at South by Southwest.
Really?
Yep,
Yeah.
love him.
Yeah.
I was like, We're gonna
Yeah.
work together one day, Michael Bain. He's like,
Yeah.
really? And I'm like, yep.
Yeah. How do you deal with fame? Because you're sort of on a trajectory where you're getting, I mean, you're very well known on social media, but there's like Tom Cruise famous, and then there's like people that are just sort of up and coming, you know. But like, how do you find, like, do people really know you on the street? Like when you're walking in LA, like they're familiar with your content? Like, do they come up to you and stuff like that?
Mm, it happens at like conferences, like
Yeah.
if it's a conference that is for content creators,
Yeah.
yeah, they will. But yeah, I mostly get recognized for being on social media.
Yeah.
Actually, I lied. I was at Ralph's. I was at Ralph's in Koreatown, and a lady came up to me. She's like, "I'm so sorry to interrupt, but are you in this movie called Five Blind Dates?" I'm like, I am. And she was like so sweet, and
Yeah.
she was so complimentary, and she was like, "Oh, I love the movie," and it was like, I love how many Asians were in it, and I just love seeing the story. It was so sweet, and yeah, she was very like appreciative
Yeah.
of this movie. And when you
Yeah.
hear that, you're like, oh, then it gives you purpose to
Yeah.
keep grinding because it's
It's a constant pursuit. Yeah.
hard work, may I tell you. My God.
Yeah. Do you like, do you have like I think I might have spoken to you about this last time. Like if you have an idea for a skit or a video, like do you think, oh shit, I got to quickly write this down. This is really good stuff. Like, do you need to jot this down and like you constantly having an influx of imagination and ideas?
Yeah, I'm so forgetful. If I don't write it down, I'll forget. So I
Yeah.
have to. I have this whole note in my notes in my phone.
Yeah. And do you backload a lot of your social media content? Like do you kind of like, shoot like maybe 10 or 20 reels and then you'll post them like every couple of days, or how do you do it?
Like
You do it like that?
like a bunch a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What have you found most challenging with content creation? Is it just the ideas, or is it just the repetition and, you're always working because you love it though. Like I can see you really like it. You're passionate about it. And what's the old saying? If you enjoy what you do, you'll never have to work a day in your life. Like you work every day, I'm sure, because, I've known you, you're very hardworking, industrious. But yeah, how do you find it? Like with just coming up with new ideas and content creating and, constantly, because you're always working, how do you find it all? Is it challenging?
It can be quite difficult. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually. Um, I think how uh I don't know. I think uh, I think, it's when I'm not looking for ideas that the best ideas come.
Mm,
When I'm just like hang out with my family or like with friends accidentally. I have to remind myself all the time just to like live life.
yeah.
Because like when you're chatting to your friends, something funny will come up.
Yeah.
And there's been so many instances where ideas that I've had for my skits are just because of life experience.
Yeah.
And like I had this ex who was just, oh, gross. And then some of my content was about him and like inspired by him, like, oh, don't date a guy named James.
Right.
Sorry. But
Why don't date a guy named James?
you're okay.
I'm okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was just like talking to a friend, she's like, you're not meant to date guys named James. Like guys named James. Like James is just like no James are good Jameses.
What about James Bond? James Bond. Yeah.
Just
No
it's
go.
a common rule, yeah.
Yeah.
Just stay away from Jameses. So we made a skit about that.
Yeah.
Went viral.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you sort of find which, like, do you study the analytics? Like, because I'm learning more and more about content creating and it's fucking hard work. It really is. It's challenging. It's because you don't know which reels are going to do well, the time of the day that you post. Like I've heard Gary Vee say, just post it. Doesn't matter what time you post it, just post it. Yeah. But you kind of have to, like, you're a bit of a scientist behind the scenes. Like you're studying the analytics, which reels did really well. You kind of found that this reel was a bit more engaging, so I might maybe do a little bit more of this theme next time. Like, are you constantly looking at that kind of stuff? The analytics? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, you have to.
Yep.
Sometimes it can be a little depressing because you're like, oh, this video flunked.
Mm,
But if a video doesn't do well, it's usually because it's a bad video.
yeah. Yeah.
But then I've had videos where I like posted at one time and I'm like, no, this is a great video. What the hell? So I'll like take it off and then I'll tweak it a little bit. I'll re-edit it. I'm like,
Mhm.
it's a good video. It's a good idea. It's just something is not right. And then I'll re-edit it and then I'll post it at a different time. And
Yeah.
then it goes viral.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I think that's sometimes you just sort of trust your instinct. Sometimes a good video doesn't go well. And
Yeah.
maybe there's something that you could just tweak to make it better and then
Yeah.
it will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You,
So execution.
yes. Yeah. And did you do a lot of like vlogging? Like, do you do a little bit of that too?
I used to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's like the most enjoyable form of media for me.
Yeah. 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 So short skits or, comedy, something like that. Yeah.
Anything where it's like, oh, there's a punchline at the end. Like,
Yeah.
I want to add value into people's lives. And I'm
Mm.
not like a big, like, vlog personality. I'm not like, hey guys. I did try it, but I'm like, that just felt so inauthentic.
Yeah. What's the key to creating a good hook? Because usually people have TikTok brain, they can't pay attention. And I found that too with reels. You need to captivate them within the first 3 seconds. Otherwise they're just going to scroll past. Like how do you get your audience to try and stick through the whole video?
It's got to be an engaging video. It's got to be
Yeah.
interesting enough. It's got to be a good story.
Yeah.
Um, you got to give them a reason to stay. So it really depends on the type of video you're making.
Yes. Yeah.
You got to go with like, um, yeah, it depends. It depends on the style. And
Yeah.
I think if you're like, you get to a certain point where you're like, I guess like famous or you have content that is like predictable,
Yeah.
people know it's gonna be good. Like they know there's gonna be a good punchline, so they'll stay. That's
Mm.
usually like when you've reached a certain point where you have a reputation of making good quality content,
Yeah.
people are willing to stay through it to see the punchline.
Mm. Is the majority of your fan base, are they more younger? Like, Gen Z kind of generation?
Say like
Yeah.
Gen Alpha, Gen Z for
Yeah.
YouTube and
Yeah.
YouTube and TikTok. Yeah.
And that would be something too, to find out what your audience is, hey, and then keep kind of, I mean, because you kind of want to generate more of a broad spectrum of content to sort of, you know, not just cover Gen Z, but a little bit older and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think yeah, that is a tough one. 'Cause my audience is different on every platform.
Yeah,
My Instagram audience is older, more mature, and like they need adult comedy.
yeah,
Not adult comedy, but like smarter comedy. They're not gonna go for like the cringy stuff that I would post on my YouTube.
yeah,
But the kids love the cringy.
yeah,
They want to see cringe.
yeah,
So you gotta save the cringe for YouTube and then do like the more like
yeah,
adult smarter content
yeah,
for Instagram, and I'm like finding it hard to balance the two because I have to have two different brains. Like it's really just making two different
yeah.
types of content.
Yeah, one thing I've found too, Xuan, it's really frustrating is it's a slow grind because I can imagine with you, like you've been doing this for years. Like how long have you been doing this? Like probably a good 10 years or so? You've been on YouTube and
No, just since the pandemic, so like 5 years.
really? Wow. So it's 5 years in total and you've generated millions of followers across all social media platforms, only 5 years. That's pretty incredible, hey. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. Because yeah, I've been doing the podcasting for coming up a year now. It's been really good, but it's just gaining a little bit of traction. And I was listening to Chris Williamson, so he's a famous podcaster. He's been on Joe Rogan a few times. He said probably the first 3 years, hardly any views. Now he's got like I think 3 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. But some of his guests are like Jordan Peterson. He's had like Jocko Willink on there. He had Matthew McConaughey. Like he's chatting to some big names. Yeah. But yeah, your advice would just be to stick at it. Hey, like it's just going to be a slow grind.
Yeah, and pivot when just be okay with pivoting if you feel like your content's not working.
Yeah.
Like change editing styles, change what you say in your edits. Maybe like try a different hook. Um, I would start because you're like an educational podcast. It's like, and it's motivational. So maybe you can start with like a question. Like, I think you can kind of splice your content so that you're giving like a bit of gem
Mm,
in each of your videos.
yes.
Um, and then your like entry could be like why does this person do this? Or like maybe from a conversation that we've had, like or what is one thing an actor must have in this
Mm,
industry?
yep. Yep.
Um, and maybe just keep it to like answering that question. Like keep it short and sweet.
Yep. Do you get also some of your ideas from AI? Like, do you try use ChatGPT or anything like that?
Yeah, I can't rely on it
No.
to like write things for me, but it definitely helps me generate ideas for sure. I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, I've got a brand deal with this brand and I need to incorporate this and this and this. What are some ideas? Or I need to film here. I need to film with this person. What are some ideas
Mm,
regarding this and this? And they'll just spit out ideas. Maybe like,
yeah.
give me 10 ideas. And I'm
Yeah.
like, and then this will spark an idea for something else.
Yeah. AI is amazing, but it's scary.
Oh,
It's scary. Like,
so to your advantage.
yeah, like it can be used as a powerful tool. I think AI is amazing in what it can do, but as far as like how they're going to mitigate it, especially like people using it to like for cybercrime and things like that, it's kind of scary, but it's exciting though. Yeah, but 100% I think AI is a fantastic, to utilize. And I think it just keeps getting better and better. Like some of the digital art that you can create with AI, it's pretty amazing. And now you've got reels where it can move and, you have people, moving and things like that. Like you can make like a little video. It's crazy.
Yeah, you can.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you use a bit of AI in your reels or just more of just your personal brand? Yep. Yeah. No.
AI has touched my content. Yeah.
Good, good. Keep it raw, keep it authentic. I think that's probably why people really connect with you because you're very, truthful, open, and honest. You're very raw with your content as well, and people like that. Yeah, it's a personal brand, and I think that's good. And that's one thing that I've learned from you is just to not emulate you, but keep keep it to like be yourself. Like I think you were telling me that last time is be yourself, be true to yourself. Don't kind of copy what someone else is doing. Have your own forte, have your own specific niche if you can. These are just things I was remembering last time you were telling me. But yeah, just I think the frustrating part for me is just the consistency and just seeing the results. I'm not seeing like a static boom just yet, but it's time and repetition.
Yes, yes, yes.
Just keep grinding away, keep chipping away at it.
Yeah, you will like eventually you'll hit something that goes viral and then you just keep doing that thing.
Mm.
But I would say till then, just be open to pivoting and playing around with
Yep.
your content and your
Yeah.
editing style.
Yeah, I found too it's been helpful because I've talked to some amazing guests. I'm able to sort of collaborate with them on reels, which is really nice. I had a IFBB Pro bikini fitness model. She came on my podcast. So she's got about 110, 120K followers, but the reel did quite well. I'm waiting for a reel to hit 1 million. That's what I really want. Yeah, but it's nice. I can sort of collaborate with different people on the podcast and just really give a lot of value. And I think that's the key. That's what I've really learned with content creating, which is kind of like what you're doing is you're giving value to people and, the audience can kind of connect with that.
Yeah, I
Mm.
think you have a strong brand awareness, or like you have a direction. You're a kind of motivational page, right? And you speak about like overcoming things and like what's important. But maybe you can like hone in on like a stronger messaging
Yeah.
even more if you
Yeah.
like. You're like um and maybe at the beginning you can introduce yourself as well. Like I'm James, I'm a like black belt and blah 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 blah.
Mm.
And I'm really interested in finding out what makes people tick. That's
Yeah.
not it, but like whatever it is, like
Mm.
I'm interested in learning about how people overcome blah.
Yeah.
So like you have a very strong just create a very strong messaging for yourself and your videos so that people know exactly what they're getting when they tune in on your podcast.
Yes. Yeah. No, thank you for that. Yeah. And what's happening for the rest of the year? Is anything else happening? So you said you're filming at the moment. You've got something going on over here, and then you have a horror movie that you're working on as well. And then there's a
Yeah, that one's like that.
y-
They're already shot.
oh, they're already shot. Yeah.
Almost like I did ADR for it last week.
Wow.
Yeah, like they
Yeah.
are pretty much in the can. They're just doing some last minute sound.
Yeah. Was that shot over here?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Busy.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's cool. That's exciting. Hey. Yeah, it's exciting. And anything else exciting happening for you?
I'm doing a lot of public speaking this year, which is very scary for me. Never
Okay.
done it before.
How do you find public speaking?
Oh, God, I have to be very prepared.
Yeah.
So I'm doing one this month, later this month in New York at the Build Expo,
Yeah.
then at VidCon, and then I'm speaking again at this like dermatology for my blemish pulling.
Yeah.
And then this one I'm excited about, South by Southwest in Sydney. It's a film festival. So very
Fantastic. Yeah. How long do you have to speak for at these events? Like a good 20 minutes? 45 minutes you're
it's
speaking?
like mostly a panel. So
Oh, right.
there's other people and they just ask me.
Oh, kind of like, you know, actors go to Comic-Con and, you know, they ask you questions and things like that.
Something like that, but it won't be like, I don't
Nah.
think that's staged.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Comic-Con?
Have I been to Comic-Con?
Yeah.
No.
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 No. It's pretty big over there, isn't it, Comic-Con? Yeah.
In San Diego?
Yeah.
No, I have not quite made it down there.
Yeah. What's your favorite part of the States? What do you like the most?
I like that it's like you have people really, like you can find people easily to execute your ideas because half the industry is in entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And how many states have you been in America?
Not that many
Not that
actually.
many?
I've only been
Yep.
to like New York, LA.
You've done all the big cities, like you done you said San Diego, and have you done San Francisco?
Yeah.
You done that? What do you think of San Fran? Did you like it?
Cold.
Is it cold?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
But it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Yeah. And you said you came back from China probably a few months ago. Is that right? Yeah. How's it going over there?
Going, my family is still working.
Everyone's good?
Oh my God, I love visiting my family in China because they're like so full on.
Are they in Beijing? Is that where they? No. Oh, okay.
Just beautiful. It's a beautiful city.
I want to go to China. I love Asia. Yeah, I'd love to do a bit more of Asia. Yeah.
Get to as well.
Yeah. I went to Japan a few years ago. Have you been to Japan?
Yes, I love Japan.
Japan's amazing.
Japan's beautiful.
And the food is awesome.
So
Yeah.
and good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But I find our sushi is a bit better over here. Like the sushi's a bit more sashimi over there. Like it's nice. Sorry, Japanese people, but I think yeah, our our sushi's a bit more westernized over here. So it's full of yumminess, like the
Full of yumminess.
yeah, full of yumminess. But nah. But the curries are good. The Japanese curry houses, like I love it. Good Japanese katsu curry or something like that. Yeah.
And I love their yakitori.
What's the yakitori? What's that?
It's like stir fry.
Oh, it's a stir fry. Yeah.
Noodle.
Yeah.
I also like they're like, what's that yakitori? Oh my God. Wait, I don't just sound like an idiot.
Yeah.
Culturally numbed.
It's good in winter too. Definitely good comfort food for winter.
Oh no, it is what I think it is.
Mm.
Oh, no, but it's not. It's not. It's not the stir fry. It is like grilled food.
Yeah.
Chicken is yakitori.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yakitori is like grilled meat and vegetables.
Yeah.
Grill it on like usually coal. So good.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the sauce, it's on the sticks and you
Yeah.
put it in there.
It's so good. Yeah. No, awesome. I tell you what, I think it's exciting to see what's happening with you and just everything that you're doing. Like you've got a lot on your plate. But where can people find you? So you're on TikTok, you're on YouTube, you're on Instagram. You know, where can people mainly reach out to you on Instagram or
Instagram.
Instagram?
Yeah.
Yep. And it's the one shoe, is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
One shoe.
The one shoe.
But if they want to see more of my storytelling content, check me out on YouTube.
Yep.
I post like almost every day on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, skits and fun things.
Yeah, it is. I've seen some of your content. It's fun. It's humorous. Yeah, like if you're having like a kind of shitty day, like it's kind of nice to just watch that kind of stuff, which is good. See, that's what I mean. You're making an impact, like you're making a positive impact. And sometimes too, like some people like are very engaged with that because they kind of just need to unplug from life. So you're providing a really good service to people. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No, thank you very much. Awesome. Lovely to chat to you.
Lovely to chat to you too.